Ain't it a gorgeous time to be alive, my friends? If you didn't know before that you were shifting into higher states of consciousness, now you do. You may have been conscious of the fact that you were shifting. And you may have noticed in slight ways the way that you were responding to the things around you. You weren't as reactive to the world. You were more responsive to the world. There was no need for impulsive action anymore. But not like this. This is undoubtedly the most powerful shift that we have made thus far this year. Can you feel it? Every time that you are being activated, you will go through an initiation where you're holding the old paradigm and the new activation. And you have to ask yourself through the challenge, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Do you want to continue to choose the old paradigm? Nothing wrong with it if you do. Or do you want to hold on to this higher state of consciousness? Everything in this reality is about choice. The way that I've been trying to navigate all of the shifts that have been happening inside of me is I wouldn't be receiving these activations if my crown was not open to be able to receive them. Therefore, I must be ready to shift into a higher perspective. Therefore, fuck yes, I personally love a challenge. I personally love a challenge. And so it's important that you recognize and remember that when you are shifting and you receive an activation meaning a light bulb, wait a second, why do I do that? Wait a second, this person, unhealthy, they take from me. Wait a second, right? A light bulb goes off. Then here's the old narrative, but we had 8 years of friendship together. But you know what? It's just one more day. What will you choose? See, that's what we're experiencing right now. We're watching, okay? I saw a table, and then I saw all of our identities having a seat at the table. But then at the head of the table was the higher self. And all of our identities are trying to have the head table, the head seat. And so what I saw was the higher self was eating mashed potatoes, enjoying his roast beef, and all of our personalities and identities are going back and forth. Oh, but you went to school to be a doctor. Don't you really want to do that? Well, like conspiracy theorist me. Well, did you know that Agenda 30 is happening and blah, 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 right? All of these personalities and identities and things that you think that you are all fighting for the seat at the table. And the higher self is just watching because the higher self can hold space for all of these perspectives. The higher self can hold space for all that you think that you are. What's happening within you right now is the release of shame. It's okay if this doesn't resonate with you. The release of shame. When you feel like you are not enough, you're not educated enough, beautiful enough, capable enough, purposeful enough. Where do you go? A tentacle grows and you go to grab something. Oh, I don't feel like I'm pretty enough, so whoop, here comes my tentacle. I'm just going to go grab X. Oh, I don't feel smart enough. I'm just going to grow this tentacle and I'm going to grab this X. All the while, the feeling inside of you continues. Because the feeling lives in the body. You are growing and extending and going outside of you. It's not inside of you. You're grabbing it outside of you. And so what you're noticing is all the ways that you are stretching outside of yourself to try to feel something that can only be felt inside. It can only be felt inside. You can run from it, but you can't hide. What is that? You can run, but you can't hide. What is that? Like when you're playing hide and go seek? You're playing hide and go seek with these motherfucking parts of you. You can't hide. Because that feeling that you need to feel of I'm not enough, I don't feel like I am enough, is the core reason why you stretch to anything outside of you. Because if you knew you were enough, you wouldn't be looking for anything else to fill that. There's nothing to be filled because you're already full. We live in a consumeristic culture. We always need more. The personalities are having conversations saying, what next? What next? What next? What next? The higher self's like, what now? Or what now? Ooh, cranberries. What now? Not what next. And that is triggering as fuck. That is triggering as fuck. But that's the lesson right now. Where do you go when you don't want to feel? You can run, but you can't hide because you are receiving a massive activation right now. And this initiation is teaching you how to come back home. I've been going through it. I've been going through it. And honestly, y'all, I wouldn't have it any other way. Because I know that I needed to look at this part of myself. And I know that you needed to look at this part of yourself too. How do you navigate being in a waiting room? Are you trying to get pissed at the doctor? Blame for taking too long? Are you shaming yourself? I'm so stupid because you slept in. Are you in acceptance of the fact that, well, I'm here now? The holding period is where you breathe into presence because you can't ask what's next because all there is right now. Because all there has ever been is right now. The answer to the question that you're inquiring about doesn't have an answer. That's the answer. I hope that this helps. I love you.